Stretching across open seas, thousands of floating rings drift quietly on the water, giant ocean enclosures, rising and falling with the waves. From a distance, they appear like scattered islands. But beneath them is a world of constant motion, millions of fish swimming in synchronized patterns. This is the new frontier of food production, large-scale marine aquaculture, a multi-billion-dollar system feeding populations across continents. Each circular cage acts as a controlled ecosystem, a blend of marine biology, engineering, and precision management designed to supply the world with sustainable protein. From Norway's freezing fjords to Vietnam's warm tropical bays and Australia's coral-lined coasts, these farms are reshaping how humanity grows its seafood. In Southeast Asia and Northern Australia, bamboo rafts dot the coastline, supporting handmade cages used to raise one of the world's most valuable crustaceans, lobster. Every morning, divers slip into the water to feed and clean each enclosure. Lobsters are sensitive. A sudden change in current or temperature can undo months of work. But for those who manage these delicate systems, the payoff is substantial, often reaching $100 per kilogram. Vietnam alone produces more than 2,000 tons of lobsters each year, worth over $200 million, supplying markets across China, Japan, and Hong Kong. Each lobster represents not just seafood, but the livelihood of coastal families who rely on the balance between the sea and their craft. At the center of this global evolution stands one species, salmon, the flagship of modern fish farming. In Norway, Scotland, and Canada, massive offshore pens can hold up to 150,000 fish each, watched constantly by underwater cameras and autonomous drones. Sensors track everything: oxygen, current, strength, temperature, shifts, turning each farm into a real-time ocean dashboard. Artificial intelligence now forecasts feed consumption growth patterns and even long-term production volume with remarkable accuracy. Worldwide, more than 2.7 million tons of salmon are eaten every year. Norway alone exports over 1.3 million tons, generating nearly $12 billion in value. From Japanese sushi bars to American lunch counters, salmon has become a universal protein, a symbol of how technology and nature can coexist with precision. Before exploring the ocean's fast predators, we look at one of its slowest and oldest species, the sturgeon. Producer of the luxury food known as caviar. A female sturgeon takes nearly 10 years to mature, Throughout that decade, she lives in highly controlled environments with constant monitoring, ultrasound scans, water quality checks, and hormone tests. Harvesting is done like a medical procedure. Roe is gently removed, rinsed, salted, and graded with scientific precision. Caviar can reach $25,000 per kilogram, turning each farm into a vault of living value. Today, sturgeon farms in Russia, Europe, and China produce over 400 tons per year, combining centuries-old tradition with advanced biotech. Far from the stillness of sturgeon tanks, bluefin tuna are built for relentless motion. Often seen as the ultimate symbol of wild ocean power, they have become the focus of one of aquaculture's boldest projects. Young bluefin caught offshore are transferred into enormous circular cages, deep water arenas, stretching nearly 80 meters down. There they are fed fresh sardines daily as they grow to market sizes between 80 and 250 kilograms. A single tuna can be worth anywhere from $50,000 to $300,000, with record-breaking fish selling for more than $1.8 million. But challenges remain. Full-cycle tuna farming is still inconsistent and feeding requirements remain high. Despite these hurdles, advancements in breeding and nutrition are transforming tuna aquaculture into a promising path, a way to meet demand while easing pressure on wild populations of one of the sea's fastest hunters. Some species require almost no intervention at all, like oysters, which thrive simply by filtering clean seawater. Each oyster can process up to 200 liters of water per day, naturally improving the surrounding ecosystem while growing. This dual benefit has turned oyster farming into both a food source and a coastal restoration tool. Across France, Japan, the US, and Southeast Asia, oyster farms produce over 5 million tons annually. France alone generates more than $500 million from its oyster industry, while American farms help restore damaged shorelines by building living reefs. Oysters leave almost no waste behind. They are one of aquaculture's clearest examples of how seafood production can give back more than it takes. Millions of fish, thousands of cages, and one global ocean bind this vast network together. From lobster and salmon to sturgeon, tuna, and oysters, aquaculture forms a billion-dollar system feeding millions while redefining humanity's relationship with the sea. Each floating farm represents innovation where AI, marine biology, and human resilience intersect. As climate change reshapes global food security, these ocean farms may become one of the planet's most important solutions. Because in the end, the true value of these cages isn't just seafood, it's knowledge, sustainability, and the commitment to nourish the world responsibly.